Hello, this is Savasha, and I present to you Myst 4 Revelation. We were going to Spire. You will find that in the case of Spire, in the case of Spire, the name is very fitting. In the case of Haven, that can be argued. I must say, in this game, unlike in Myst Exile, where I had a clear preference, or rather, it's similar because, I mean, there is not like voltaic and ancient that I really can't appreciate as much as it would deserve. But I do not know. I think I prefer Haven in one way, but Spire is certainly more difficult. More difficult. What's the matter with me? Anyway, we need to go there first. How do we go there? We must find the linking books, obviously. We lit those two lights. We found this little graph that told us that the path is down here. And we remember something similar from Myst. Yes. Like that. Yeah, well, you get the idea. By the way, I do not have that in my notes. I was at for a moment a bit of a loss until it came back to me how it's done. Here we have a pretty broken contraption.
Patience, my love. We've almost finished the linking chamber. There's just the security seal to install. But we will see our sons again soon, I promise you.
Well, someone certainly wreaked havoc. And now it's upon us to find out what exactly happened there. The explosion, you remember, and Yisha, hello, apparently is gone. Or at least we couldn't find her. We found a necklace, but no trail of her. And I think the blue book is actually Haven, and the red book is Spire, even though Haven is red and Spire is blue. There's a handle somewhere? Yes. I'll go to Spire first, because Haven is the one I can enjoy more. I love them both, don't get me wrong. So, we already see the Spire. Oh god. What's wrong with me? My brain. Like I said, the name fits. It's a huge spire. And we end up right, not exactly on top of it, but on top of it-ish. Things are a little broken here. There is a linking book, which we will not use. Here is a signal. Here is a slot for passing things from here to there. Here is a...
Dad told me you never wanted to learn Donnie when you were little. That's why he never taught you.
I guess I didn't back then. I was having too much fun learning other stuff. I was pretty stupid back then.
Here, maybe you should try learning now. With me.
Really? You'll teach me, Donnie?
Why not? Somebody should.
Sometimes it's so difficult not to comment on what I hear. I thought there was more, but that's probably Haven. Anyway, I hope you're not afraid of heights, because we are very high up. And, yes, let's... The hell? Let's go down. I don't know how many things we can actually look at. Here, I'll try to not to miss anything. Here there's a thing that doesn't help us right now. Hey. Well, down. Alright, I'm looking for something specific. Here there is another point in the same long shaft thing. I'm not pushing a button because it's pointless right now. We don't need that yet. I'm not even sure if it will work. I hardly doubt it.
Come on. You must have seen it 1,000,000 times growing up. What was it like? Father was writing. Mother was left of him. Who had the boat? I had the boat. Yes, yes, I had the boat.
That's the picture we saw in the kitchen. No, in the master bedroom. Hi.
I thought I was the only devious one in our family. But this... Oh, this is classic. No book, Father, no blinking. Fuck! Oh! Thanks, Chris. Thank you.
He looks a little deranged, I must say. And it was actually what I thought back then when I played the first time. Where now? Here, apparently. Is that a thing? No, that's just pretty. Ah, but that's the thing. There is the first of many such things. We will take a good look at it. You will see that there is a kind of shape of no pentagon. Difficult word. Pentagon shaped thing. Remember that it is pentagon shaped, and remember that the white mark is here at this position, which would be 7, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 actually. 6, unless we count 0. I thought I had more thorough notes on this, you know. Maybe not. And here is a thing. Let's get another vision, maybe.
Double passed through both loops. Beautiful knot. Let's just hope the linking book is down there.
So, if we want to follow Sirrus, we will have to rely on the fact that whatever he had a means of safety here wasn't necessary, because we go Geronimo! I'm sure I had more notes than I have in here right now. Of course, this is going to be interesting. I don't want a description for Tech. I don't need a description for tea. Oh, damn it. Right. Okay, we are here now. We can't go back up. We are kinda stranded. Yes, let's take a look around. Where do I go first? We have here a contraption. I use that word a lot.
Looks like those circuit lessons you drilled into me in Voltaic have finally paid off, Father. Of course, figuring out how to complete this electrical network was 10 times more difficult, seeing how I had to build everything from scratch.
What the hell was that? Oh, okay. Nothing important. Stay down there. If we touch something, we get a little bit electrocuted. We see that there is really nothing lit. Which isn't good. Nothing lit isn't good. Right. We see that here there is a... No, we don't see anything actually. We see that here there is something up there. We also see that there is a ladder over there. And I think there was a way to go further down, unless I'm very much mistaken. Or is this the lowest we can go? It just might be. Let's go to the middle floor then. You need actually the gameplay feels as if you have to jerk this thing rather hard to open that thing. It feels like something that offers quite a bit of resistance before it gives. Let's go up there. I'm not going to manipulate the stuff right now. But I'll show it anyway. Here we have this.
Idiot! You run these calculations 1,000,000 times. Counterbalance the magnetic forces perfectly, otherwise the ship won't get out of the dock. And you do want to get out of the dock, don't you? After all these years of trying?
We are a little insane. Or a little angry, which I can actually understand to a point. We see that there is a thing hovering over there. We also see that there is really nothing else up here. If we open this panel thing, we see a graph kind of thing here. What is hovering at a high position. And what we will need to do at the end is a light, 7 lights or so, I think, or 11 lights. Yes, 11 lights. I'll show that later. But is the circuit? No, it's not here. Why do I want to go first? I'll go first. How much time do I have? Because it depends if I want to read out a journal right now or not. Oh well, yes. I got time enough.
Impossible. Every scientific principle I know tells me these rocks shouldn't be floating. And yet, somehow, they are. Don't know how you did it, Father. But if you can write it, I can certainly use it.
Didn't he say in his journal that Sirrus was harnessing electricity? So far it doesn't sound very much reformed, but what do you expect?
Remarkable. No change to its molecular structure, no buildup of illumination inside. As long as the crystal remains grounded, electricity just passes straight through it. Interesting.
That doesn't do anything. Wasn't there a... Ah, yes, now I saw it. Pretty, isn't it? I do And we can do this with the floating rocks, we can force them down. So what we know now is that with these rocks apparently that float, the ship can be controlled, that that they can be manipulated, how high they soar. And I will not let it read out, but thing. 87,525. It appears that I have underestimated him. I did not think he could be this devious. He always said Spire was dangerous, but I assumed him and its people were violent and potentially xenophobic. The perfect combination with which to orchestrate a coup. But there are no people here, no prosperous civilization for me to rule. I see now how his linking panel fooled me. Congratulations, Father. This hand goes to you. 8761. I have established a temporary encampment near the vegetal cavern. The food I brought with me should last a month. After that I will be forced to grow what I eat. The plants here are neither scrumptious nor overly abundant, but I have tasted several and find the nutrition is there. Turning now to the question of escape. I believe there may yet be a Myst linking book here. The simplest way for Father to have disposed of it would have been to jump off the palace as he touched it, which is, we know, what he did. There are other ways, of course, but I cannot ignore this possibility. I must at least attempt to reach the ground. 8791. This is fast becoming unacceptable. I have slid down every oddly shaped windpipe on this age and have yet to see below the second cloud layer. I was fairly certain that at least 3 of the passages would prove successful. Yet even they that ended inside a magnificent sealed cavern full of crystals. The crystals themselves are curious. Something about their inner matrix makes them susceptible to the build-up of negative charges. When I touched one, I received a terrible shock. At the same time, the faint light that had been emanating from the crystal faded, and I had a very curious hum, which ceased as soon as the crystal's charge was expended. I should like to study these crystals thoroughly, and will institute a plan to mine the cavern extensively. 8826. Last night I saw lights flickering in some of the other palaces. It occurred to me that I might not be alone. What if this age is like stone ship? Father never could explain how Emmett and Branch just appeared there. He said the art was always surprising him. Could it be that the lights I saw flickering were made by other people? What I would give to discover this is true, after all these months of solitude, just to have another person to talk to. 88,514. About the floating rocks. There is a phosphorescent green mineral running through much of this age, which exhibits a strong diamagnetic properties. Strong diamagnetic properties. At least that is the most workable hypothesis I have devised that can explain how the rocks I see outside my garden are able to float. This has given me an idea. If I can capture one of the larger boulders, I should be able to turn it into a vessel and thereby sail across the clouds to the nearest palace. The most difficult obstacle to achieving this will be maintaining the necessary altitude. I have noticed that these rocks float higher than the highest point on the palace. Forcing my ship to float lower than it prefers will take some doing. 8810-2. For the past few weeks I have been watching storms move through a second cloud layer. They appear as flashes of light inside the strata. The violence of these storms does not reach me in the garden. I encounter no rain, barely feel the wind, and I am completely safe here, nested between layers. I do not know how this is possible. How could Father have created a world which exhibits so many scientific impossibilities? He never did explain how to write an age. He never taught Akhenar and I the art. I wonder now if I should have insisted. 89,418. We are already in the second year, by the way. We started at 87, or 85 even, I don't know. So it's quite a while. 89,418. The crystals I mined from the low cavern are really quite remarkable. There seems to be no limit. There seems to be no limit to the amount of electricity they can store. Unfortunately, this makes working with them difficult. So long as the charged crystal is isolated, the energy inside it remains trapped in its matrix. But the moment the crystal even brushes against the grounded object, the stored charge flows out, producing a most amazing song. I should like to capitalize on this singing ability, if only as a pleasant diversion. It might be nice to hear some music in these caverns. Regardless, I believe the crystals can solve my rock ship problem. By affixing them to some of the floating rocks, then casting them back into the clouds, I should be able to harness enough of Spire's natural electricity to fuel an electromagnet. The attractive force of the magnet combined with the smaller magnetic fields of the lightning conductors should be able to lower the ship and guide it into the nearest palace. It is definitely worth an attempt. 90-10-32. Another storm is brewing as I write this. I can feel the hairs in my arms starting to rise. I'm almost crazed with anticipation, waiting to test the fast conductor. My God, is this what Father felt every time his hand hovered above the panel of a book he'd just written? Did he feel this much excitement as he stood poised to learn if his theories had worked? Why did he never share this with me? If he had, perhaps things could have been different between us. The first conductor is going. Here goes nothing. No, 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 no. Sounds like... what was the name? Savita. 91-525, I mean. No, 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 no. My calculations were perfect. The ship should not have broken free. The distance between conductors must be too great. I'm going to have to add more to the system. But if I do, the electromagnetic pull will be too strong or the ship will crash to the floor. So, can I counterbalance it? Create a second electromagnet in the roof of the garden. I'm going to have to start building again and capture another rock for a ship. This mistake has set me back years, but I'm close. So close to reaching the nearest palace, and from there, maybe accessing the ground. I only hope the linking book still works. So, there seems to be another palace, and we seem to want to reach it, or we should reach it. Here is the garden, apparently. Let's see what he's growing here.
Your faith in me is truly amazing, Mother. How long before I kill this one?
One of the lilies. What's that? Are there things floating inside this rock thing? It looks like it. Well, apparently you're trying to breed things. Plants. Okay, anything else here? I don't think so. Well, anyway, yes, I will demonstrate now. There is a path. Where does it lead? Shaft? Shaft. Yes. Well, what does it matter? Go, keep going. That's just not good. I think I'm running out of time as well. But I'm gonna demonstrate something, I think. I didn't go there yet. I did not go there yet. And there's a reason why I keep looking at the ground, because I know there's stuff lying around. Not that I don't want to step on it, but I want to find it. Yes, here for example. Like these things, test 27 complete. Results remain consistent with previous quartz tests. We have a combination conclusion. Must have 6 lightning conductors charging cable 1 to disrupt sample's molecular constitution provided other cables are set correctly. 8-12-4 is the combination we need, and you will have to write that down. These things are important. Here is another such construct which seems a little bit broken. But here we can look at how it should have looked when it was intact. This is a hexagon, and the
Commencing rock test number 29.
is at the bottom.
Yes, this should be
At
it.
2.
This should be the one.
Right. There's something else here. Every partially successful rock test suggests 20 units of power total, no more than less, but in what combination? Ways of dividing more accurately across 3 cables. We see here a strange contraption with some 3 cables. This is difficult to explain. Nara stronger than any other substance will need all the power the keyboard can take. Will even that be enough? 8, 8, 8, 9, 9, 9, 10, 10, 10 isn't enough. It is 12, 12, 12 across all 3. Keep that in mind. That's what it means. Lucas results conclusive. Need to supply keyboard with total electricity gathered in garden and docking station only to disrupt these samples. Strong earthquake-like tremors in lab 1, 2 of the harmonics listed in musical chart were played. Could I be close to finding usable frequency? We'll find the musical chart later. Here we have rock, we have this white crystal, blue crystal and green crystals. What they are and what they do, you will find out later. Here's that.
What kind of a move is that? You had me, Father. You totally had me. And now you're leaving your queen wide open? Getting the narrow chess pieces out of you was more of a challenge than this.
That's the game we watched on the other side, where he speculated whether Sirrus would notice that he leaves his queen open. Water and another piece of paper. Blue crystal test 17. Final results verified. No. Of number of lightning conductors needed to power cable 1. Definitely disrupt molecular composition of sample is 3. Still testing to find 2 remaining increments. And with this information that we have here, we will in the end... I hope this wasn't dumb. We will in the end be able to... Well, that won't help us yet. And this chair thing, this construction will be something to do later. Well, anyway, no, that's something we'll do later. Here, on the other hand, is the musical chart he was talking about. And something in this thing apparently helped with the rock. And I'll tell you that it is this. A total of 20, he said, I think. Oh, what was that? Notes. Musical chart. Close to 20, and it's actually 1066. This one. Not 1055, as you might suspect, which we don't even see. So it's 1066, that is close to 20, and that is what he meant. What, the combination that did something. So, are there any other notes lying around? I think there's one more piece of paper that we're missing. Why did I miss it? I haven't the faintest idea. Let's go. Okay, is there anything else here? Nope. Wasn't there a piece of paper somewhere on the ground here? Apparently not. I must have been missed. Ah! Quartz samples visibly affected when cables 1, 2 set correctly and 3 is powered by less than 5 conductors. 8, 12, 4. Must be nearing point of molecular disruption. I think we already had that. We'll conduct one final test to be sure. Yeah, we already had that. And here there's a lift thing. That will get us back up because we can't really do anything else here. And now we know what the shaft is for. See, going further up. Now we are back in the garden, and that's good timing because I think I'm quite done now. I will still do one thing, and that is, well, that was my signal. I don't know if you hear that. I will still go down here, and then I'll start getting things to work here. Oh, but over here we have second search console. Come on. Come on!
Okay, no slip-ups this time. I really do not want to lose another ship. Guard magnet is on. Docking station conductors are charged and ready. Here goes.
Alright. So, we have this here, we have the other one upstairs, and we have this little beauty which we viewed before but which didn't have any meaning to us. We will come back to this in a moment, or, well, in the next part. This was Savasia and Myst Revelation.